And just today, Arizona Senator Jeff Flake helped introduce a bipartisan bill to strengthen mental health reporting requirements, a move aimed at keeping guns out of the wrong hands. But as 9 on Your Side's Craig Smith finds out, that is not an easy task to accomplish.
For the January 8th victims, pain and loss have sent them on a mission to do all they can to save others from the grief they know. The grief Emily Nottingham knows when she remembers her son, Gabe Zimmerman.
It's very hard for me to be here today. Here where my son was gunned down. Here where his body lied on that sidewalk for many hours, dead.
They are pushing hard to keep a gun away from the next madman like Jared Loeffner through better background checks that would find and forbid someone mentally ill from buying a gun. But a background check did not stop Loeffner from getting a gun. Attorney Thomas Jacobs knows why. He says before someone with mental problems loses the right to a gun, and before he makes it into any database, a judge has to rule that person mentally unfit.
You say you've got somebody who has got serious mental problems, but he's never been handled by the legal system. If that's the case, the mechanics do not exist to get this person declared a prohibited possessor. Is that correct?
That is correct.
And Jacob says HIPAA, the federal health privacy law, may block mental health professionals from reporting someone they think may turn dangerous.
The best example, actually, was the individual who went crazy at Virginia Tech and killed over 30 people. That troubled young man had a history of mental illness, and he had been diagnosed as mentally ill, but he hadn't been adjudicated incompetent.
Jacob says even if a court does rule someone mentally incompetent, courts don't always report that to background check databases. He says existing laws will work with better information sharing,
so that we can put that into a single database and the people who sell the guns can be better informed.
Now, Jacob says if mental health professionals or attorneys feel a patient or a client is an immediate, right-now threat, they can break confidentiality and report them in a way that could lead to a mental health commitment. That could also lead to a judge's ruling that would make them ineligible for a gun. But there is no legal requirement for them to do that.
Craig, other things that would prohibit someone from having a gun are more clear-cut.
They are, for instance, if someone has a felony conviction or if they're charged with a felony, that is a clear-cut status that forbids having a gun, and it's more likely to make it into a database. Domestic violence is another example.
Craig, thank you.